welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, True Divine 44, or my Facebook page, True Divine 44. Like, share, subscribes and comments on either or both of those platforms. It's greatly appreciated. Much love to everybody who's done that thus far. I'm putting out as much free content as I can, one, to show what I can do, and two, to help support, guide and inspire as much as possible, especially right now. So I get a collective of the energies and put out as many daily energy readings as I can, where I take in the energies around me and translate those via tarot and bring them to the people who want to be supported, guided and inspired through the day. I also put out monthly sign by sign tarot readings, which I'm getting through right now, which again, it's a collective reading for each sign. So because it's general, because they're general readings, some of them might resonate with you, some of them might not. It might all resonate with you, it might all not. Take what leaves you, take what helps you, guides and inspires you, and leave the rest behind for somebody else. You can always support me and my family by booking a private reading. If you're financially able to do so, that would be great. They're much more personal, much more in-depth, much more precise to your situation, to your questions, to things that you want to look at further. So you can do that to support me and yourself, or you can book in some energy work where I help you facilitate the energy from within, help you learn how to direct that energy around your body and take in the energies around you, the abundant energies that are always there for your use, for your energy exchange. We're doing it every day anyway, so it's great to have some direct, intentful control over it. So if you want to do that also, you can contact me for either or both of those on any of the details above or below this video. I'm so sorry it's so late getting through these, but it's so late, so excuse my words. Any of the contact details above or below this video, and you'll be able to get in touch with me. Just put in capital letters if you're booking me through Facebook Messenger on True Divine, because sometimes the messages can get a bit lost in all of the other messages. All done. So this is a general monthly tarot reading, and it's for the sign of the lovely Capricorn. Capricorn, you're doing pretty awesome this month, so I may as well just leave it at that. Only joking. I'm going to let you know exactly how awesome you're doing with precise detail, because I know Capricorns like to know things like that. So first card, I've laid out 4 cards and then 4 clarifying cards for those cards that I've laid out. The first card is the Sun, Capricorn. So for the first week of April 2020, you are experiencing your harvest time, your enlightenment time. There's real connection to the all here. You're feeling against seemingly all odds, but it's a lesson to us all that against all odds we can enable ourselves to feel the sunshine, those rays of heat that heat up our bones, heat up our skin, our muscles, make things move easier, make things grow easier, make things more abundant in every which way, in every aspect of life. You have raised your head above any chaotic pulpit, Capricorn, and you have reached for the sun, and you are feeling that benevolent energy source that the sun is, that divine masculine source, that gives you energy, it gives you action, it makes you feel powerful, it makes you feel whole, it makes you feel warm, it makes you feel comfortable. There's no shaking or shivering here. This is right from within you to without you. You are warm, comfortable, muscles are relaxed, thoughts are relaxed. You, against all odds, like I said before, with everything that's going on around you, beside you, behind you, it just does not matter, because you are basking in the light of your own sunshine. The sunshine's actually it's emanating itself from within you, and the rays are coming from every pore on your skin. People are attracted to this. People can see that you have something different about you, especially to the general collective right now, in that there's many people feeling panic, there's many people feeling energy drained, energetically drained, sorry, and you are just soaking up those rays. You are different. You're excelling at this time. So to clarify that, we have the King of Cups. So this just speaks to more intuition, more balance, more harmony. This king is calm. This king is emotionally balanced. This king does not get triggered. This king does not get upset unnecessarily. He's open, calm. His life is in harmony. Things around him are in harmony. And that is just reflected that with the benevolent energy of this major arcana, the sun, you are feeling that balance, and it's reflecting within you and without you. People are attracted to it. You are enjoying it, and long may it continue for you. The second card, another major week for the second week of April 2020. So you move from this benevolent sun, and you don't move from beneath its rays, to be honest, even going into the second week, with this calm, harmonic, open, compassionate, but emotionally balanced king that you're embodying right now. And you move so easily and so freely. You're flowing into the second week, into another major arcana, being the Magician. It's like you have been a seed in the first week of April 2020, Capricorn, and you have soaked up all of the rays that the sun has had to offer. You've soaked up all of the action energy that the sun gives, and you've exponentially grown over that week to the point where you have embodied now this energy of the Magician, in that there's been a deep realization, a huge empowerment that has happened over the first week, where you have absolutely overcome the mind. You've absolutely overcome any propaganda, any thing that might infect your thoughts or try to. You've overcome that, and you've realized that you have sovereignty, you have dominion over self, you have the control over what you think, and therefore having the control over what you think, and that you've been thinking such positive, enlightened, calmness in the storm thoughts, that you've really excelled into this position of the Magician. It's a rhyme, position of the Magician. And you have all of the tools on the table to manifest your reality, to create how you want to experience your path, how you want to experience your journey, which is a huge thing. To clarify this Magician, this awesome Magician, you have another major arcana, Capricorn. You have the Strength card. So the Strength card is having that inner strength to have the command and the strength over the things that might not be so good for us, the things that might harm our growth, harm our expansion. So it really shows in light of everything that is going on the worldwide stage and the collective stage, so to speak, with those rays of sunshine in the first week and moving into the wisdom of the magician, that you have all of the tools on the table to create your reality. You've really embodied again this strength card, in that you haven't given over to the tricks that the mind can play, or the traps that the mind can find itself in from outside forces very, very easily. You haven't given over to that yet. You've had that inner strength, that inner wisdom to rise above that, to rise above any propaganda, to rise above any fear, to rise above it all. The strength card also speaks of massive intuition and knowings of the path of courage, patience, calmness. So far this reading has spoke very much so of intuition, higher knowings, calmness, strength, wisdom. All of those attributes, when you list those off, and that's not listing them all, that you've covered over these last few weeks, these last 2 weeks. Well, the first 2 weeks in April. That is enormous spiritual growth, Capricorn. That is really taking control over the world you want to create, the world you want to live in. It's pretty damn awesome. It's pretty damn huge. And it's very, very, very encouraging for anybody like me that is wanting people in the collective, to, including myself, to be able to embody all of these attributes when we need these attributes most. To be able to do this in the eye of the storm is electrifying, it is magnetic, it is viral in itself, because anybody that is lucky and blessed enough to be around you and witnessing this growth and witnessing the calmness and bliss that even in the eye of a storm that you are showing, that you are representing, that is a very powerful coercion. No, that's not the right word. That's a very powerful pull for anybody else wanting to follow that path, because this is the path where it's knowing to go within. It's knowing to create those calm inner grounds. The magician knows that that's what is reflected on the outside. Whatever is on the inside, however calm and balanced and healthy the inside is, ultimately you will reflect out across a huge amount of space energetically. Yes, your body is your body, but all of that energy that reverberates out from you, that's a huge amount of mass, especially when it involves such major arcanas and the benevolent sun. That is a huge amount of area that you are emitting this positive, calm, blissful energy, even in the eye of a storm. That is actually the kind of spiritual knowing, spiritual growth that will help create the reality for the collective, the reality that is good for the collective, the reality that is for the greater good of the collective. So this is huge work, and know that actually I'm getting passionate because this isn't just for you. This is you doing this for you, but in doing that, you're doing it for so many more. You're doing it for the collective. You are part of the whole, and you are injecting positivity, calmness, intuition, knowing and strength. You're injecting that into the collective field, and that is exactly what we need to be concentrating on. So, pretty damn awesome, Capricorn. The third week, we have this Queen of Cups. So we have the King of Cups clarifying the Sun in the first week. So you're bringing in that divine masculine attribute, because you're working with the energy of the divine masculine Sun, the benevolent masculine Sun. And then in the third week, you're coming in with this Queen of Cups, this calm, intuitive, kind, compassionate natured queen. But she's steady with her emotions. She's also balanced in her emotions. It speaks of, in the third week, you really dipping in to the energy of the Great Mother and coming into such new psychic knowings, a new psychic growth, the trust in your gut, and practicing and learning how to trust your gut instinct. So you're balancing out that divine masculine of the King of Cups in the first week, and in the third week you bring in your divine feminine. So again, that's even more balance to this reading. You're also bringing in to clarify that the Nine of Swords. Now this to me speaks of, for some of you, after all of that growth, you then dip into this divine feminine, and maybe some things are uncovered, some blocks, some things that you buried, some wounds, some hurts that put you in that Nine of Swords feeling, that feeling of, you know, being imprisoned, that feeling of being alone, being hurt in various different ways. But this isn't a bad thing. You're doing this deliberately. You're seeking out anything that is in your inner grounds that doesn't serve you anymore, that blocks you from certain aspects of growth and certain knowings. You're wanting that hidden wisdom, and there's been some blocks identified by you in the third week of April, but you don't go into this frightened. You've gone into this with this Queen of Cups, actively seeking out the weeds of your inner grounds, the things that don't serve you anymore, the things that need to be transmuted into something good, into energy that you can actually use going forward. So, and although you might know that it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, painful even, you're seeking this out. You're doing this deliberately because you have that strength card, that knowing that you have now, the inner strength, the growth to actually go through this process and weed out old wounds that were never healed quite properly for good, and to transmute them into something that you can use for your greater good, and therefore the collective's greater good. You're really closing up any of those energetic leaks that were caused by past hurts, past pains, past sorrows, and you're actively lifting yourself out of any blocks, any energy that doesn't serve you anymore. And as I said before, transmuting it into energy that you can use, into lessons that you can use, rather than festering wounds that you've maybe hidden and buried for a very, very long time. This speaks to going back to the very start and getting rid of anything that didn't serve you or has blocked you. Anything and everything. What else was I going to say about that? For some of you it might be that there's this Queen of Cups coming into your life, and they might actually have been attracted by yourself, by those rays of sunshine that are coming out of every pore in your skin and attracting the right people, the right things to you to create the right reality that you want to live in, the reality that you desire most. It might be that there's a Queen of Cups energy that comes towards you that is there to help guide you. Be the divine feminine aspect of this reading to help guide you, maybe some guided meditation, some energy work, anything like that, or just be in that supportive role to maybe talk about any hurts or wounds or blocks that you find, and you want to just talk them out. You want to disperse them into the energetic field by just releasing them with your swords, with your words. The swords represent words. It's air, it's thoughts, it's words. And so this divine feminine queen comes in and just is there to help guide you, support you, be there. And so that is a beautiful reading, and it speaks of you really going into the depths. You want to be whole by the end of April 2020. Capricorn, for the Capricorns that this resonates with, you have decided very definitely that you are not coming out of April 2020 without being as whole as you can be, as expanded as you can be at this point in your journey. This is huge for a lot of you, huge. For the last week of April 2020, we have the 8 of Wands. But it's clarified again by the 8 of Wands. So we've got 3 8s in this reading actually, because the Strength card is an 8. So adding up the 8 and the 8 to be 16, and then rounding that to the 7 for numerology. The number 7, speaking of intuition, wisdom, mysticism, secret knowledge, the occult, the bridging number. So we have the 8 of Wands. So in your physical, you might find that you are attracting a lot of attention. Of course you will be, with all of that sunshine emanating from every pore. Lots of messages flying back and forth, lots of conversations going. I feel by this 4th week, Capricorn, you feel so whole in yourself that you are actually corresponding with people that need your inspiration, that need your guiding light, and you're having the ability to have 10 or more conversations going with different people who may be asking you questions, who may be just seeking out some of your knowledge, some of your wisdom. And you're doing a great job at that, because these messages with the cards repeating, I can see them go flying back and forth. And again, you've just risen above any physical imprisonment, physical isolation, and found a way for that sunshine of yours to spread. And through messaging services, through phone calls, through text, through hanging out of windows, however you're doing it, you're reaching people. And you're reaching people in a good way. You're giving them that inspiration to be responsible for self, and therefore having a good effect on the collective for everybody. It also speaks of new relationships really building to me, in that your tribe's coming together, the people who you can rely on, who can be your community, who can be just your people, your good people, are really attracted to you like moths to these flames. And that is such a blissful feeling for you. It's such a nice feeling for you, and they're attracted to your calmness, to your balance, to your wisdom and intuition. Capricorn, I can't say enough about what you're doing in April 2020, because it is perfect for the collective and it is perfect for you, and you're doing such a great job at being whole, being you, being whole, and being perfectly on time to do so. So on the bottom of the deck we have, of course, the Ace of Cups. This passionate new start, again speaking of new relationships, new friendships, new connections, having an overwhelming sense of bliss and an overwhelming sense of wanting to share this bliss, wanting to share your intuition, your knowings with others. On the bottom of the other deck we have the Fire Prince. This has changed you. If this reading resonated with you, then this month of April is changing you. It's actually changed your wants. You've remembered the real dream, your real dream, your real dreams, your real wants, and you're going after them. It also speaks to, believe it or not, even in the current circumstances, but nothing, everything is limitless to you with this reading, of moving home, moving to a new home. But it's good news. It's going towards what you want. And those fiery, passionate messages of this intuitive knowledge that is being shared back and forth is represented in this card also for you. So it's a beautiful, beautiful reading. Lots of keeping fit in the house for a lot of you. Being very creative actually with that. Lots of you dancing with a mirror, just making the most of it. You're actually in a blissful time right now, and that's really inspiring to me, really uplifting to me. So thank you to all of you that this resonates with. Thank you very, very much for the work that you're doing on self, because I know how that will reflect on the collective. So again, if you'd like a private reading from me, not that you'll need it if this resonated with you, you can book with any of the details above or below this video. Any energy work, also do the same. Until next time, much love, be balanced and be whole, Capricorn. Mwah.